Hey everybody, it's your besties Lisa
and Michelle.
and welcome back to Chit Chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to us, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on your notifications because we always got something to talk about and you're always going to want to hear it.
All right, ladies and gents, today we have a lot to chat about. We are going to be talking about, are you yourself or what others expect you to be? Also, stay tuned for our hidden secret, and we also have a special surprise for you with our featured entrepreneur,
the Mason Jar Chef. So, before we go, we're going to leave you with something to think about as always. So, with that being said, we're going to hop right into our show for today. You ready to get it popping?
Let's get it popping.
Let's get it popping.
All right, besties and bros. So, we are here to dialogue and chat with you guys today. So, we're going to jump right into it. I got the question for you guys. Are you yourself or what others expect you to be? I know a lot of times we have these stereotypes, these stigmas, and these boxes that people like to put us into. So I'll pose a question to you, sis. Like, do you feel like organically you're yourself, or what society has expected you to be? Whether that be your style of hair, what you do, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Like, what you see maybe even on social media, or you know what I mean, what has shaped you, and are you truly being yourself, or are you pretty much being like a clone of what society wants you to be?
I got like a two-part response to that because it's kind of a tricky question to me. So I'll say this. For the most part, I feel like I'm myself, but it took years for me to get there. And this is what I mean by that. Like, I'm not really big on the social media circle because I know that's a mirage. And like, I'm very straightforward. I'm very authentic. So when I see, especially when I know people and like I know stuff, and then I'm like, but you up here, and then, all right, you know what I'm saying? And so, because that kind of stuff gets on my nerve, I try to keep out of the social media realm. You know what I mean? And then I feel like it's so demanding anyway. Like every minute of the day, you want to take a picture, you want to post this, you got to keep up with the know. If you don't get enough likes, you got to post some. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. So with that, I personally really don't get caught up in the hype of social media. Also, because I've learned through the years that people are going to have something to say about you anyway, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. So when you allow people into your life and into your business, it's like giving them permission to not only have something to say, but to judge you. And then you got to, feel like you got to defend that or explain that. And you know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you truly rock with me, even like with being a Christian, just being best friends, being sisters, if you rock with me, I shouldn't have to explain or give a disclaimer on why something is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should just love me enough to have no judgment and love me through whatever it is or what. And then you get caught up with so much stuff on social media. So with that, I'm going to say I feel like I'm myself. However, because we live in the world we live in, to a certain extent, you're always going to be what others expect you to be. For instance, when you go to work, the stuff, I'm not going to say I wear like raunchy stuff outside of work, but it's stuff I wear. Like if we were to go out, let's have a sister date. And we go out and we hang out on Friday. I may wear a cute little dress with some stilettos, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not going to go to a business lunch with my boss and the CEO dressed like I'm going to you have to keep up a certain appearance. You know what I'm saying? Right. So with that, I feel like to a certain extent, I'm always going to be a smidget to what others expect me to be. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like being a chameleon, having to play the role. Like, what you think?
To that part, I remember I was going up for a job interview for a branch manager, right? And when we say what society thinks. So obviously I'm in a business realm. I was a member service rep before. I knew my job, but I also knew I'm goofy. Everybody know you never know what's gonna come out of my mouth at any given time. I wasn't strict. I was one of those people that's just like, if you need help, I'm gonna help you, da da da. But I knew the crazy, funny personality I had when I went into that interview, or the day before the interview actually. I had questioned myself and was just like, should I wear a certain, like a structured suit? Should I go in there and speak real proper and this and this and that? And the one thing I said when I sat down with them in my interview, I said, before I came in here, I felt like I needed to present to you someone that was other than me. But I
Wow.
can't do that. I am who I am. I'm not a micromanager. I'm going to joke. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to have a good time. My personality is what it is, and I can't change that for you. So, and that alone was one of the things when they hired me for the job. You know what I'm saying? When they hired me for the job, they said, that moment alone when you came in and said, I can come in here and really be what you expect me to be, or I can just be myself, and either that's going to work for you or it's not. You know what I mean? And so for me, I would say there's pieces of, I'm going to always be myself. Like, for instance.
Because that was favor. Because you could come into my interview and tell me that you're going to do what you want to do, or
Not
you just going to be, and I'm going to be like,
but
okay.
I didn't say I'm going to do what I want to do. But I also said I can come in here and act like I'm going to be this person. But at the end of the day, I am who I am. Right. And either you're going to want that to manage your team or you're not. You already know my skill set. You already know what I bring to the table. Obviously, or I wouldn't have been picked to be one of the people you were interviewing for this role in the first place. So you already know my qualities. Yeah. It's at this point, do you want somebody that's uptight, micromanaged, can't joke, can't have a good time, but do you want somebody that's a little more free-spirited like me? And I'm not going to put myself in your box or what I thought was their box. You know, I came in my suit, but I didn't have on a suit. I think I had on some red pants, white shirt, and a plaid type of jacket. It was different. It was me. And they loved that about me. You know what I mean? That was the thing that was just like, I appreciate you coming in here being yourself. You know what I mean? And not feeling like you had to put on airs for me. You know what I mean? Or put on airs because you're sitting in front of the CEO. You know what I mean? Now, granted, I ain't in the interview talking like, hey, you know what I'm saying, Pop? You obviously conform to this. I don't. But I'm just saying, like, right. It's gonna be a certain level of, okay, pull back. You are in an interview. You know what I mean? I am gonna go through this interview expected, but I'm not gonna put on airs for you. It's either I'm what you want or you're not. And I'll be honest with you, social media, especially with Instagram, always been a person who just loved taking pictures. Now, some people will look at me and be like, she's so vain. She she posts pictures all the time, but it's really, I have been a picture person my whole life. So when Instagram came out, it was like, oh, this is perfect for me. I don't really care if I get 100 likes, 50 likes, or whatever. It's just, I like taking pictures. I might be a tad bit, I just feel like I'm photogenic. I ain't gonna call myself vain. I think I'm photogenic. I think I take nice pictures, so I just want to share them. If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. I will say this. I feel like, though, at one point, I was letting society put me in this box that, especially, like, I had issues with, like, my skin. And I always felt like nobody's going to want me with all these dark marks on my face. Or you would hear stuff like, I bet you if you take her to the swimming pool, she take that makeup off, she don't look the same. Like, you know what I mean? Society made you feel like if you had flaws, that nobody would want you. That if you had imperfections, don't nobody want that. Because all you see on the gram is all these filtered pictures. Airbrushed and all this other kind of stuff. So it's hard for you to see somebody just raw and natural. And when I finally started getting my skin together, even though I was getting my skin together, it was still hard for me to post pictures with just my bare face because I felt like
your mind was trained.
My mind was trained. Ain't nobody gonna want that. Ain't nobody gonna like that. Right. Now I don't give two F's. I'm on this camera with you right now with no makeup on. You know what I'm saying? She's cute. Shout out to Urban Skin RX, okay? So I do feel like society does play a part. Yeah. And I think as you get older, you just start to understand this is who I am. You either gonna like it or you're not. And I think for all of us, we need to take time to figure out, who are you? What do you like? What do you dislike? Like, if the gram and Facebook disappeared, who are you outside of that? Like, for me, I love to read, but I don't read no more. I feel like I ain't got time. But if I could actually sit down and read or make singing videos or do that stuff, like, does my heart good. Spending time with my family, that's it. But if you get off of social media or whatever the case may be, and you don't know who you are, that's a problem. That is a serious problem. Or if you're in a relationship and all you know is what your spouse wants you to be for them, you need to take time to evaluate yourself and spend time with yourself. What do I like? What do I dislike? You know what I mean? Because if not, you're going to keep getting in relationships or friendships, and you're going to let people mold you into who they want you to be, and you're never going to be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit was good. I
like,
liked that.
One of my main reasons for us even like forming Chicks Chat in the first place was because I hear and see so many people try to mimic what they see on social media. Like they see these women with the waist snatched and where they got the waist trainers on, like suffocating themselves to, you know what I mean, have a small waist, and they done went under the knife, and you know what I mean, and they get airbrushed and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm like, baby girl, if you knew how naturally beautiful you were without having to go through all this stress, and then you're mimicking these people who go through so much before they even take this picture, you're trying to become a mirage.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I know that we just like real uncut people. So I wanted people, I mean, and bros, you know, nothing against you, but this is a plug for our besties.
Right.
Like I wanted the women to be able to look at two beautiful women who were just happy within themselves,
who got real titties,
you know what I mean?
Stomach,
yeah, and not have to worry about, like, you can be beautiful just being you. So we're gonna give you tips, we're gonna give you ideas, we're gonna give you advice, we're gonna even start going places and visiting places where you can go that it doesn't cost a whole lot. Like, you don't have to keep up with the in crowd. You can be who you are and just enjoy life, because if you spend all your time like trying to run down behind social media, I'm telling you, it's a marathon. You're never going to get to the finish line behind. You're never going to get to the finish line behind. So, you know, and that is a ongoing thing. And it's like, soon as a trend happen on social media, everybody got to do it. And then when that's over, it's like, what do we do now? You wait for the next celebrity or the next somebody to come up with another trend.
It's like it's like being in high school wanting to be the it crowd. I honestly look at some, and I hope some of y'all are watching this that used to go to my old high school, but some of y'all it folk now in your 30s, you look a mess. I wasn't the it kid, but I hung out with everybody. So from the band geeks to the it, I just knew everybody. So I felt like I was never trying to be one or the other. It was just like, I'm cool with them and I'm cool with them. You know what I mean? And like, it's the same thing with social media. You just have to be you. And if people buy into you, great. If they don't, it's fine. It doesn't make or break you. It doesn't make you more or less worthy. It doesn't make you more or less important. It's just some people are for some people and some people aren't. And that's fine. Right. And I really had to be okay with that, because at one point social media was a problem for me, especially back in the day. It was just like, I gotta get these likes. I'm trying to get, and then you'll go to other people's pages. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's just a truth moment right here. I used to get so mad because I felt like there was some ugly. I'm gonna take that back. I feel like there was some. Because we're gonna talk about that later, about the colorism thing, and then and when I say ugly, I'm gonna take that back, because that's not where I was going with that thought process. The thought process was, here I am, this brown skinned female. I can post the same picture as the light skinned girl and wouldn't get none of the likes. And in my opinion, I felt like I look better than her. So like, why am I not getting the likes? Is it just because I'm brown skinned, or is it? You know what I mean? It was just, and I felt like, because my whole life I had to compete with them, whether we realize it or not, whether it's something we talk about or not. When I was growing up, men would always tell me, "You cute to be dark skinned, or you cute to be brown skinned."
What does that mean?
What does that mean? I don't know what
Either I'm cute or I'm not.
Right. It just say I'm cute. You know what I mean? Like, so I never knew how to take that. And every time I got cheated on when I was younger, it was always with a light skinned girl. So in my mind, I had to try to be her. You know what I mean? And when social media first came out, it was just like, I would go to these light skinned girls' pages and stuff, and I'm just like, I need to be that bit. And then I started realizing, girl, you good. Like, you bad all on your own. You don't need that. And you don't need the likes. Because you married. You got a man. You ain't out here looking for no man. So if they don't find it attractive, who cares? Do you? And that's what I mean by, when you start learning yourself, loving yourself, It's like, forget about what everybody else is doing. I'm me. I'm gonna bring my own aesthetic to it. You either gonna like it or you ain't. And if you not, you can always unfollow me, unsubscribe. You know what I'm saying?
Don't unsubscribe to Chit Chat though.
You
Chit
know,
Chat,
you can always delete.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She's talking about on her personal stuff. No, but seriously.
Yeah, seriously
and honestly, like with that, you're never gonna find who you are and really love yourself until you stop comparing yourself
and
to
spend
other
time
people. You
with
have to spend
yourself.
time with yourself. Because the more you compare yourself to the next person, then you are looking for something in you that competes with something they have.
And
So you're overlooking your own genuineness.
Right.
So stop that. You are beautiful in your own right. Besties and bros. Because men do the same thing. Because I know, like me and my old man, we got like this running joke. Babe, who you give me a hall pass for? Who you know what I mean? And so
Idris, what's up?
I'm like, I just want a hall pass for T.I., you know. But in my mind, don't do that. In my mind,
it's a real problem with this T.I. mess. I just had to put that out there. Okay, go ahead, child.
You know, but anyway, he wanted a hall pass for Toya. Toya Wright, Lil Wayne's ex-baby mama. And then he told me I reminded him of her. However, I found myself going through her pictures and saying,
yeah,
do I remind? And I was like, ooh, I got that dress. I got that dress. And so, transparent moment, don't judge me. So what I did was I like screenshot a lot of her pictures that we either had some of the same shoes or some of the same outfits, and I would put it side by side with mine, and I would send it to him, and I was like, yeah, babe, your personal Toya, your personal Toya. No, it's your personal Lisa. You know what I mean? But I found myself doing that until, so Toya, if y'all don't know and don't follow her, she's happily in love with somebody who wasn't in the limelight, who wasn't on the camera, who wasn't this big popular guy, who wasn't this celebrity. And my old man said, you know, babe, bump her. I don't like her no more. And I said, why? And he was like, man, she messing with some average Joe. You know, that mean I could have got her. I said, hold up. So you're upset because somebody was confident enough to shoot their shot and you weren't. You can't get mad with that man. And then, like, so I thought about people are people. And people just want to be happy. So while we're mimicking these celebrities and these other people, they're human at the end of the day. They got feelings just like us. And they just want to be happy. And a lot of them crave a normal life outside of that limelight. Right. Like you just want normalcy. You know what I mean? Like,
go to the store, a bunch of people trying to get your autograph. And a bunch of people just knowing you for just loving hip hop or the music you make or whatever. It's just like, do you see me? I think that's my biggest thing, even with my relationship with God, is when I give a title of God, I always say it's the God who sees. I feel like you see me. You know, even when they say like intimacy, into me, see. You know what I mean? And so for yourself, you have to get intimate with yourself, because before anybody can love you, you have to be able to love yourself. Otherwise, you're just going to be looking for validation on top of validation, and your relationship is going to suffer. You're going to burn that man or woman out trying to please you, when ultimately at the end of the day, there should be some kind of joy, some kind of happiness you can be able to give yourself. And know, outside of him, if I just went to a bookstore and read, if I went to shopping, or if I come hang out with my sis, or I'm spending time with my family, outside of him, I'm good. You know what I mean? And you got to know, I know that there's some people that says, you know, honestly, I don't know what I like and what I don't like. It's a problem. You have to figure that stuff out. You got to be happy with yourself. You cannot depend on other people for your happiness. Is there other things that people can do to ultimately add joy to your life? Absolutely. But you should be able to be out. This is a running state with me. Maybe I should say it. Maybe I should. However, in both my marriages, because I was married previously, and in this one, I said I was happy before I met you, and I'm happy with you, but I'll definitely be happy without you too. I mean, I might go through a phase where I'm sad, but you're not gonna tell me I'm not living in a state of depression because we didn't work out. Like, I'm good with me, and I already know somebody's gonna be ready to snatch and grab. You understand? I'm sad. That's funny. But
you're not just playing. You're serious.
I
gotta stop touching.
because I know what I bring to the table, and any man in his right mind, if I get free, not that I'm trying to be free, I'm not trying to be free, but I'm just saying. I know myself enough to know what I bring to the table, and any man would be interested in that.
All right, y'all. So let us know what you think. Like, do you find yourself being trapped, getting caught up in the box of society and social media and, what outside people think you should be? Do you find yourself having to live up to the standards of what they say? Because at the end of the day, whoever created the standard was a person just like you.
Mm-hmm.
So let us know what you think. Comment. You can email us at chickschat@gmail.com. Comment below, of course, and just let us know. Like, we definitely want to hear from you. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey guys, so I'm back with the hidden secret for this week. So the hidden secret and the tip this week, we talked a lot about, finding your self-worth, loving yourself, talking about how not to fit in the mold with society, but fit within your own realm of self-worth. So one of the tips, someone had actually wrote it in and asked us, what can I do to help start that process as far as learning to love yourself? And I think the best thing a person can do is something I've done personally several times is journal. Journaling will help you be able to just reflect on that day, for you to write down your thoughts. What do you like? What do you dislike? What makes you happy? What excites you? What makes you sad? All of these things help aid you into who you are, who you're becoming, and journaling helps you see growth. So you might start your journal like, man, I have no idea what I like, what I dislike, but try new things. You know what I mean? Try new things. Go out and try some of the things you said make you happy. Come back and journal about how you felt about it. Like, yeah, this worked for me, or I thought I might like this, but I didn't. Spend that time with yourself, at least 30 minutes every day, just talking about your feelings, your emotions, and all of that. And then later on, like let's say maybe a month later, go back and read it so you can self evaluate. I'm a big person on self reflection. So if you can go back, you can self reflect, you can look at things and say, okay, I want to change this, I want to fix this. And then ultimately, you'll start the journey to becoming who you are and not who society wants you to be. Until next time, peace.
All right, besties and bros. So I told you I had something special for you with our feature entrepreneur this episode. And I do, as promised, none other than the Mason Jar chef, Steph, here in the flesh. Say hi to the people, Steph.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
All right. So we have been bragging on your bomb tail desserts, and a lot of our besties and bros have wrote into us and asking questions about how to find you, what do you offer, how does it work, and what is the process. So let's start with, what is the process of if someone wanted to order a dessert from you? Like, are there special desserts they can order? Like, tell us how it actually works.
Okay, so like she said, my name is Stefan. I'm the owner and the head chef of the Mason Jar Chef. We are strictly based off of social media. So we have a page on Instagram @ the Mason Jar Chef. It's the same thing on Facebook, the Mason Jar Chef. So you can find us up there. If you want to place an order, you can DM me as well as email me. My email is posted on both pages, on the Facebook page as well as the Instagram page. But most people DM me. You can place your order that way, and we do only take electronic money. So we do Cash App and PayPal as well.
Gotcha. So, now, do you just run specials every week, or can they like DM you with a special request? Is it just certain desserts that you make? Like, how does that part work?
So the Mason Jar Chef, actually, I've been cooking since I was a little kid, so I can make pretty much everything. So though, like, I do desserts in mason jars, I bake cakes as well. I normally don't advertise myself as a cake maker, but I do make cakes as well. So I have a full menu with a variety of different flavors. Each week through our social media pages, we do 2 flavors. So we'll pick 2 flavors of the week. Those are our featured flavors. And the customers can choose from those 2 flavors. However, we do a lot of private parties. I actually prefer to do private parties. So if I have on my social media page that we're doing banana pudding and red velvet deluxe, but my private party orders are s'mores jars or our lemon berry jars, then we'll do that as well.
Gotcha. So the holidays are coming up.
Yes.
Are you still taking orders? Because even on our site, we've had a lot of people asking questions about your desserts that we have been directing to you. So are you all booked up for Thanksgiving already? Are you still taking orders?
So the holiday season is normally holiday season as well as graduation season is normally the busiest times of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I do more than just mason jar desserts. So most people get me for you know, baking bread or cupcakes or cakes
Right.
or peach cobbler, things like that they can take to their family's house, and it's not just a individual jar for one person, but something that can actually spread and serve more than that one person. So, am I booked? The answer is no. So you can go to our social media pages and reach out to me to reserve your slot. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you have it right here in the flesh from himself, the Mason Jar Chef. Don't forget his information to be located down the bottom. If you want to go ahead and book him before he gets filled up, you might want to go ahead and do that immediately. Like he said, he has Instagram and Facebook, and we'll have the link and everything for you below. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye. All right, besties and bros. So as we stated before on our show today, we talked a lot about getting to know who you are and not getting caught up with the hype, like spending quality time for yourself, with yourself, and learning actually who you are and not being boxed in. So with that,
we have today's motivational quote. And we both saw this and was like, yo, we have to tell you guys this one. So it says, don't be satisfied with stories, how things have gone with others. Unfold your own myth. So ultimately what that's saying is be yourself, create your own storyline. Don't try to be in somebody else's story playing a part that doesn't fit you.
yep, write your own book. And remember, if you ever have anything you want to talk about, you can talk to us, because Chit Chats always listen to understand, not to response. Until next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.